Hey there, it's me, Wynonna Earp of the Demon Killin' Earps. I'm currently on a road trip with my main tip, Doc Holliday.
I will never break a promise to my girl. We are Tennessee bound.
As for Purgatory, there are more tales to tell.
We dealing with a witch here? Warlock?
It's all too weird. I'm thinking more Angel of Mercy.
Welcome to the Freak Show. Hope you brought popcorn.
Thanks for being here, ma'am.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to kick things off with the same question I've been asking the other actors, which is, what did it feel like coming back to playing Wynonna now in this new medium of the audio drama?
Okay, it was a supreme gift because when we'd lost all hope-ish, then Audible swooped in and was like, no, you can still tell your story. And it was just like the sense of hope it gives you for like when things seem to, like, always look for another way, you know? Like, this is kind of a tangent, but anyway, that's how I felt.
We love a tangent.
I just loved it. It was just like, oh, there's more than one way to do the thing you love. Also, I was scared shitless because scared shitless. You ready, Heather?
Yes, I am.
I don't know what I'm doing half the time as an actor, and I'm just kind of half the time I'm relying on external things. I'm like thank God Tim and I were together, because looking over and seeing those eyes and knowing exactly what's behind them was what saved me. Because I had no other cast. I didn't have props. I didn't have like pew pew. I couldn't twirl my gun while I was like shooting shit. So it was just really intimidating for someone who doesn't really have this type of tool in the toolbox. I often rely on things that in audio, I was like, can I ad-lib? I don't even know if I can ad-lib in this medium. And sometimes that's how I survive a scene when I don't know, when I'm flailing. So, yeah, it's intimidating and hopeful.
So Tim spoke about you guys recording together, and he said it was a lot of fun, and that you were screaming curse words at each other, basically, just like back and forth.
I don't remember that at all.
I'm sure it was in character. But he said he was really nervous about you reading the lines that he wrote. So what was that like? You know, he's your friend. He was like, she was so supportive and great. Like, how was that for you as his friend, being like, I'm so proud of you?
To me, because I was terrified of fucking up the lines that he wrote for me. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, I think that's one of the main things when I walked in. I was like, I'm gonna cry, but I was like, what if he doesn't like what I do? Because I don't know this medium, and so that's funny to hear that. I would have never known that. Yeah, it was really intimidating, but also like nothing didn't feel like Wynonna that he and Brendan wrote. So by the time and that first episode is so fun that and it gave Wynonna the chance to listen for once to somebody else's story. Like usually she's the one being like, oh, in my past. No, that's not how she talks. And she deserves to tell her story. Like Wynonna deserves her story to be told. But it was really fun as an actor to listen to someone else's story. Also, how cool! Like it's a part of history. It's like Ringo, you know. So, yeah.
So you talked a little bit about like being in the studio and not having stuff around you. So generally, like if you were voicing animation, you would have visuals that you were working that you could see. But with the audio drama, like there was nothing. So how did you approach playing the character like in that mode without any visuals?
Well, thank goodness we had done the series, because at least I had that. Okay, so these are new sets that we're working with, you know, we're on the plane or whatever. But I know what Doc looks like. I know when we're chasing his hat. Like I know what that looks like. I know what my motorcycle looks like. I know that I'm probably wearing those boots and tight pants and like an improbably small shirt for the weather. And you know, so I have all these visuals that exist in my head, and I can't imagine doing because I have heard other stories be told, like fictional stories be told, where it's just made up. There's no TV show that they base it on. It's vice versa. It comes before the show or the fetish or whatever. And I'm like, how do you even approach that? Like, even when we talk about Alice in the Audible, I had a memory of holding a warm, small infant to draw from.
Right.
So thank God, because I don't know how I would have done it without those things.
So, Wynonna represents bravery, right? She's a brave woman, and you never know what she's going to do because she's so brave. Did you find, going into this new medium, that you were able to tell her bravery in different ways? Or go down different stories, and are there more ways that you'd like to go with that?
Wow.
They should have told you I asked this question.
They should have told you I had 2 hours.
So did we.
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know how you've been doing this system. Ask me again. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Now I got to remember how I said it. Let's go back.
No, but I like ask it again, but differently.
Yeah. But yeah, no, she just represents bravery. Like, I think everybody shook their head, right? They're like, yeah. And so now you've got this new medium, a new way. Like, a lot of, we knew, you know, when we watched the show, oh, she's about to do something with your facial expression,
yes.
Right? And so you're bringing this bravery to a new medium. Did you find that challenging? Are there ways that changed?
Not just the bravery, anything, the threat of Wynonna, or the vulnerability of Wynonna. Like, I can't just do this, and now you know that I'm about to cry. Like, oh, my eyes are watering. Like, how do you show that? How do you express some of these things? And honestly, I haven't discovered that, and I would love to explore that more as just an actor, to pick up those tools and put them in my toolbox, because I don't have them. I don't know how to express certain things. And when they would ask me, like, be more this, and I was like, well, I thought I was. That's also a challenge, because then you have to fight this inner voice of, like, you suck. Like, if you were a better actor, they would have picked up on that. And it's just this new challenge that is so worthwhile and terrifying, because all your crutches are gone. And I've had those crutches for, 20 years of acting in film and television. And now I'm scrambling to find new ones. I don't know if I was able to show it, but I am willing to try again.
Okay, my question isn't gonna be as complicated as hers, but we're gonna go back in time. What attracted you to Wynonna in the first place when the series began? Back in 2016?
Well, it's funny because initially I didn't think I was gonna get the job, so I was attracted to it because I was like, this would be cool, but I'm not gonna get it. And I thought that they would want someone really stoic and who doesn't wear their heart on their sleeves. So what actually interested me in Wynonna was when I got it, meeting Emily, because she was like, drop the gun, like, be bad at it. And I was like, whoa, like a superhero or an action hero can be bad at it? Like, I had never considered this as an idea. And Emily's gift of, like, one thing she says a lot in real life is, it can be both. And she'll say that about any number of things, but that to me epitomizes Emily, where she understands that you're not just one thing. You can be brave. I'm gonna start crying again. I love her so much, but you can be brave and you can be vulnerable. You can be, you can. And so when I started talking to Emily about the character and saw the dimension that she would allow, I was like, I can do that. I can't do the stoic girl in a push-up bra who is hot all the time and is cool. I can't do that. I've tried. I can't. Her version, that I can do. And if other people are willing to allow that, great. I didn't think that would happen. I thought we would be one and done season. But then we found our people in it. So that's a long way of saying Emily is what interested me in playing Wynonna.
So you talked about, this trepidation about going into it, about medium and about like the script timbre and all of that. But what was the part of the process that was just surprisingly smooth? Like not that in a way you hadn't anticipated?
Our director. I was really, a director can really mess up a project. I know, because I'm a terrible director. And I've been burned by a lot of directors, like we all have, and so you just kind of are bred to be afraid of them. And this director, Casey Wayland, was so warm and generous with his knowledge about what we were doing and was willing to. I was like, can I just do a bad job on this first episode, and then we could do it again, but like just let me do the bad version. And he was like, oh yeah. And he gave me the space to be bad, and because he did that, I don't think I necessarily was. Like, I mean, to each is their own, like, make what you want, but I didn't think I was as bad as I was going to be in that first pass. Because he gave the space for that. He knew the episodes better than I did. He was like, Wynonna would say this, and I was like, damn, you're right. And so he was the smoothest. He was the one who made it all accessible. He was like, here, take a copy of my book that he wrote about how to make audiobooks, and like, like he was like, be a student, and I want to teach you as much as you want. It's my girl.
So I'll give you a fun one.
Okay.
Now that we've gotten this, we've gotten vengeance, where would you like to see Wynonna go next? And I will say Tim said he wants to see you both raising Alice in like that preteen teenager age. And I was like, I have one in that age group, and I think demons are way easier.
I've been one of those now.
Yeah, exactly. But where would you like to see Wynonna next?
Okay. Thank you, I want a version where
Thank you.
Doc comes back as a ghost. Okay, this is so unpopular. I want him to be a ghost, and nobody can see him but Wynonna, and everybody thinks Wynonna's crazy, and she's just like in deep despair and grief, and she's like, motherfucker's here, he's right here. And then they have to raise Alice, but she can't see him, so then Wynonna has to be the go-between. Listen, this isn't the best pitch, 2 hours, but I think a ghost version, I love that movie, a ghost version, for a little while. It's interesting.
Just might be.
I love it. I'm here for it.
Can I get a photo of you in this?
Of course.
Could you be so kind to take a photo?